another video review. And this time we're going to be taking an early look at the Transformers Reveal the Shield Special Ops Jazz. Now the Special Ops part of the name is very much like Autobot Jazz. They had to give it something else for trademark reasons, because you can't really trademark Jazz, I suppose. But it's still a fantastic looking vehicle. Very nice homage to the way that he actually was in the original G1 cartoon. Now, a lot of people have complained a little bit about the lack of paint applications on here. And you know what? I do have to agree. It could be touched up nicer, and I'm sure the Takara version will replace some of those problems that we have with this guy here. One of the biggest notable parts that people have complained about not being painted is the grille. Now, I don't think it's too terribly bad. It would be nice if, you know, maybe it was silver, or at least an off-white color, other than the molded white that's on the rest of the figure itself. That'd be nice, but it's not too terribly bad. And then on the back, you can see he doesn't have any taillights. You can see where it's molded right here and here for taillights. It would just be nicer, I suppose. And then you got the white exhaust pipes. Those would be nice if those were highlighted in different colors as well. Now, I did say that this is Reveal the Shield. The problem is I have no shield. That's the second figure that I've gotten that doesn't have a shield on it. It's kind of annoying. But overall, it's a decent looking vehicle. I really like it. It's kind of, windshield's kind of dirty. But overall, very nice. Rolls fairly well. I mean, it's a car, so it's supposed to. But nice number 4 on the side, and then obviously on the hood. It's a fantastic representation of Jazz, and it's perfect for any classic collection. Now, he does come with a weapon here that it's actually kind of interesting. You pull it out like that, and then if you look in the bottom, there's actually 2 little pegs. There's one peg here, and there's one peg here. So if you're left or right-handed, you can put the gun wherever you want. I mean, it's only got one thing here, so you can. I guess if you're left or right-handed, you can peg it there, or if you're right-handed or whatever, you can flop it in there and you can peg it in there, whatever you want to do. So nice that it has weapon storage and multifunctional. So yeah, you can pretty much do whatever you want with the gun. Now, he does have some other weapons where if you open up the doors, you can fold these little bits out here. Oh, and looky what we have. And they're actually kind of fiddly to get positioned. But he's got speakers. Another fantastic G1 homage that you can shut the doors with. If you get them rotated all the way out, you can shut the doors and you can have him have his speakers, which is really nice. I would have preferred to see if they could have done it with the back, because they actually came out of the back in the G1 cartoon. But that's not too bad. I really actually kind of like that. But they do, because of the way that the arms transform, they do kind of get in the way in vehicle mode here. So you have to kind of fold them. I find that if they're folded like this, they close in a lot better. I don't necessarily know why that is, because you could have it fold out the other way, like that, I suppose. But flipping them around like that just has them slot in here a whole lot better sometimes. And again, with all the clearance issues that you have inside here, it's not a real good fit most times, because then you have a hard time getting the door closed. So it's kind of an annoyance, I suppose. And then you got to fiddle with it to get it to line up properly, to get it to actually close. And it's not closing very well. So that kind of sucks, to be totally honest. I don't particularly like that. So you can remove these. They're just on little ball joints, and it actually clips on with a clip right there. And then if you remove it, you get it to position perfectly, and it closes perfectly fine. So it's really up to you what you want to do, if you like this little feature or not. So like I said, it's up to you, but it's kind of a cumbersome mess. To transform them, just go ahead and leave these doors open just like so. Come around to the bottom. You want to take these arms. Well, first, take the gun out. Set that out to the side. Just kind of rotate these up. And then they flop outward. And when you do that, you notice that they're attached here, so it creates a hole at the top section. Kind of then come back here to the legs, detach this bit which this part here pegs in like a pain in the butt. Fold these out, come around here, separate the legs. First, make sure you bring the feet and the heel out, and then sometimes you actually have to push on this back section here. Push down on it to be able to loosen this up and get this to rotate. Then flip the little spoiler up, straighten out the leg. There's the feedum, fold that out. Just kind of line everything up and position it nicely, so now you have a leg. Do the same on this side, fold that out. And see, it's stuck, it won't rotate, so you gotta come around here to the back, put your thumb here and push that little section in, then rotate it. Kind of keep that up. Straighten out the leg, fold that all the way, fold that up. And here you have his legs essentially done. Here, get that all the way rotated. You got a whole lot of springiness in this. Not springer, but there's some springiness, and there you have his legs. And then all you have to do, this whole section here, as you see this sliding down, that head moves, so that, whoop, there he is. And just rotate his arms. They fold down. Rotate, kind of position them upward. Have it bring this little back section. This is actually on a little hinge, so you can accordion this up some. You see his little speakers here in the back. And here you have Jazz in his robot mode. And this really is a terrific looking figure. Now there could be a lot more painted apps done to him that would make him just stand out a whole lot better, but it's still a very nice looking figure. One kind of weird thing that I don't particularly like is his face. If you zoom in, he's frowning. He's kind of cranky. I would have preferred maybe a more happier looking face. And as you can see, he does have light piping, except it doesn't really seem to work very well. So I don't know what the story is with that. Not very good light piping. And then the gun, you had it like this and it just folds out. And here you have his gun. Plop that in his hand. Really nice. Really nice figure. Absolutely perfect, and is going to look fantastic with your other classic figures. Easily. Now you can come around here to the back, and then like I said, you can fold these little doodads out. And you can have him having his little speakers in his robot mode. Whatever you want to do. It's all up to you, people. It's all up to you. Just rotate that out. I mean, however you want to position it. And like, they're on a lot of different kind of ball joints. So you can get it positioned really any way you want. I guess that kind of looks better like that, I suppose, right? But overall, really nice looking. His head's on a ball joint, so you can get a good range of motion there. Up and down with the arms. One of the biggest problems that I have is, at least on mine, the shoulders are really tight. So trying to rotate it makes his entire chest piece, this doesn't really clip down to anything. So you have to hold this down to get the arms to move in, and you probably can't see it, but it's really stiff. He rotates at the waist a little bit there, as you can see, back and forth at the leg, thigh, double jointed knees, so you can get some cool poses, I suppose, with him. Let's see if I can get him to do something. And well, that's not all that cool, but it's Jazz. Now, one kind of weird thing that I have with mine is, if you notice, this forearm here is completely molded in white plastic. You can even see on the back here, it's all molded white. This one, on the other hand, is molded black and painted white. You can see where like the back of it is black, whereas the back of that one is white. So I don't particularly know, and then obviously it gets more detail that you can see with that as opposed to this one, which kind of blends in. The black on here makes the detail stand out a lot better. So I'm not exactly sure what the story is with that. But an overall nice looking figure. I really can't think of many complaints. So to transform him, you just take this little doodad, you fold this back, and now you got his gun hidden. Around here, straighten out all the legs and all that. Jazz. Ha 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 ha. Get it, Jazz? Ha ha. Rotate these back, kind of position them where you're gonna have them, kind of like so. I mean, you can fiddle with this later on, I guess. You don't have to do that right now. Kind of loosen that up, rotate that back and around. These arms, then you just rotate, and then you're gonna have to tuck these in. Thusly. Then you gotta line all this up so that you can create that section and get that top part to line up properly. Kind of position the roof. And then these arms are very much like the side swipe or sunstreaker. You kind of have to fiddle them in and move them off to the side just a little bit to get them to fit in here properly. It's kind of a pain, honestly. These arms are not very well designed. I don't particularly like. Well, it's not that they're badly designed. It's just there's not a lot of clearance in here, so it's tough to finagle everything. The feet, fold those up, and then rotate them. Rotate them back. Fold that down, and then fold the foot underneath. Fold the heel inside. Rotate this section. Like so. Fold the feet underneath. Bring the legs together, and they slot together right like so. Kind of accordion this up, and then this is where it's actually a pain in the butt. These little tabs are supposed to tab in here, but they don't do it very well. You kind of have to force it. There you go. Now you have it inside like so. Then just make sure that you have this position right, and then you can slide the doors in. And again, hopefully everything's positioned properly where these will haphazardly fit in there. But see, again, you got the doors that don't really line up properly because of it. So that's a bit of a flaw in my humble opinion. Oh no, it tabs in there. I apologize. If you look real closely, this little bit right here actually tabs down. Let's see if that fixes it. Oh, indeed it does. So make sure you tab those in. Yeah, that's a whole lot better. I apologize for not showing that off earlier. So that fits in a whole lot better. Very happy I found that. Take this little gun, and you can plug it inside there. And there you have Jazz back in his vehicle mode. Fun transformation. It's actually not that bad. And now that I figured out actually how to properly get the speakers to line up in there, it works a whole lot better. So really happy with this figure. Highly recommend this. So I do dedicate this video to my good friend Bob, one of the biggest Jazz fans that I know. So I hope you enjoyed this, Bob. And until next time, guys, this has been Optibotimus. I'll talk to you later.